So I want you to watch these two swings with driver. Now the first one I'm trying really, really hard to turn out the way, and we'll see that weak shot out to the right. But I'm going to make a little change for the second one and watch the difference here. We see more club head speed, better delivery of the club, more accuracy, and most important, more distance. So could you tell what was different? I'm guessing not. So keep watching, and I'm going to show you why probably something you're trying to do is killing your distance and accuracy, and I promise you I'm going to get you hitting the longest drives of your life by the end of this video. So did you spot the difference there? Comment below if you did. Now, for many of you watching, you won't have spotted the difference. Now, it's really a case of what we do at the start of our downswing that I think a lot of golfers try not to do because they're trying to get the club travelling up and hit up on the ball to hit the ball further. So what a lot of golfers will do is they'll set up at address, got that ball forward, obviously they're back behind the golf ball, and once they get to the top of the backswing, they feel they want to stay really behind the golf ball and turn out the way. But we can see down the line there, that's getting the club out in front of me. I'm going to wipe across it, and then completely depends what I do with the club face. I've got pull, maybe a fadey one back in play, or the big slice that we saw at the start. But actually all the best players in the world get into that address position, make that swing, and their first movement is to drive the lower body aggressively towards the target. So we're talking about putting more lateral motion into the golf swing. Now I know what you're thinking. Surely if I move side to side, I'm going to move my low point ahead of the golf ball, hit down, and that might cost me distance. It might do. For most golfers, hitting it a bit straighter and more out the middle of the club actually goes further. But the key is that when you move the lower body, you want to feel that the head stays back behind the ball, even though the lower body is driven really, really hard. And we can see the difference of letting everything go together as opposed to head and upper body stays behind, lower body drives hard, and we can get that feel. And for most golfers, this is a really different feel. So I always say with golfers, initially I like golfers to make changes by just taking a little bit of speed out of the swing to improve their awareness. So we're going to move the ball forward. Going to focus on keeping the upper body back behind, but driving the lower body hard towards the target. So a little cutty one, but certainly there. Didn't feel like I put any effort into that. There's 102 mile an hour ball speed. Low point was behind, so I've hit up. Ball speed was good at 152, carry at 246, and total at 266. And honestly, that really felt like I put very little effort into that swing. Now, this is a discussion I've had a lot with golfers. The reason you're putting effort in the swing is to try and hit the ball hard. We don't want to try and hit the ball hard. We do want to generate club head speed, but we generate club head speed for moving the body in the correct sequence. So we have side to side, then there will be some twist, and then some push. But we don't want to miss the side to side and get that club throwing out. But equally, when we've got that side to side, there's some speed. That's shallowing the club out. Then staying behind is going to get my low point behind the ball and the club travelling up. So let's do one more where I don't feel full speed. Again, 102.5 mile an hour, 2.2 inches behind, 152 ball speed, 240 carry and 276 total. Now I know what you're thinking. Maybe if I can pick up that extra distance that I've done there, 40, 50 yards, I don't need to try and even be quicker. But I would just say the more aggressive you can be with that shift, then that club head starts working even quicker. So now we're going to set up again, shift hard, keep the head behind the ball. Definitely a little bit toey. The strike wasn't as good, but 108 club speed. Low point behind, 265 carry, and 284 total. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you are, like it, share it, subscribe to the channel. Up in the top left corner, there's a link also in the description to give you my free fundamentals series, helping you grip the club better, address the ball, drive it better, better iron shots, and less putts. Free gift from me, but for now, back to the video. And I'll be honest, that was definitely a little bit out the toe, but I love how that feels. It almost feels that as I drive and the upper body stays back, the club whips through the bottom, releasing the club and getting that energy from my body into the club head. And then obviously the strike is whether I can get it into the ball. So let's go again, set up, make that swing. So 107 mile an hour, club speed, 4.5 inches behind, 158 ball speed, 263 carry and 294 total. You might be thinking what I'm thinking. Can we get to 300 total? So it's the same principle, I just want to be even more aggressive with that lower body shift. Can we get more club head speed? Can we get more distance? 109 club speed, 162 ball speed, 260 carry and 290 total. Right, so I might only have enough for one more in the tank. So nice and aggressive. We can see actually the accuracy improves, distance improves. All about having some lateral movement. We're not trying to turn, we're letting the turn happen. But a bit later in the swing, one more. So some lovely club head speed at 112, a little bit out the toe, so ball speed 165. Carry 273 and total 294. So we didn't quite get it out to 300 yards, but if you can start putting a little bit more lateral movement in that downswing, not worry about turning the body, but shift towards a target, keep the head behind the ball, you're going to start swinging this faster, hitting the ball further, hitting the ball straighter, and like I said at the start, I promise you this will give you the longest tee shots of your life.